What's up, guys? Today we have the Q919 Air Tank from WLToys, and this was sent to me courtesy of GearBest.com. Thanks to GearBest for sending me this for review. This one flies, and it's got the tank treads, so it's an air-land vehicle. On the quad it says Air-Land Monster, so let's get it in the air and check it out. Okay, this is going to be the flight review of the WLToys Air Tank. On here it says Land and Sky Monster, and this is a monster. Look at this guy. Got your camera right in here. Gonna want to make sure your camera's pointing out the right direction there so you don't get any vignetting with there. And big motors on this one, and you can see the treads. This one does have a ground mode, FPV antenna. You got your battery down here with the JST connector. This is a 1000 milliamp hour battery. And let's just put it down. And you got your standard WLToys transmitter. This is the Q919. I guess that's the number they're putting with this quad. So why don't we get it in the air here? A little bit chilly outside, so hopefully it doesn't affect our flight time too much. You're getting about 5 to 6 minutes with this one. So we'll set that down, turn our transmitter on, give it the up down. No altitude hold or anything like that in this one. There's your FPV transmission. Real quick on the transmitter, standard WLToys 40, 60, 80% and 100% rates. This is gonna turn the LEDs on and off. And this is actually a camera button here. And this one up here I believe takes pictures, and this one down here is the video. And does this one have return to home and everything? Not sure. Not going to test those anyway. We got low power on our screen here, and this bumper button up here is going to switch between air and ground modes. So right now it's in air mode, and I'm going to give you just a basic flight demonstration, and then I'll roll some footage of it. It doesn't I'll put it in ground mode real quick here. And you see, not the greatest, not the most mobile little guy, but hey, you know, it is really cool. There's something really cool about this quad. So let's start our, oh, I'm sorry. So this one down here is the pictures, and this one up on the left is going to start your video. So we got video rolling. We're in 40. Let's go right to 80 and bring it up in the air. It does fly fairly heavy, as you might suspect, but look how cool this guy is flying around. Not super maneuverable, as you might guess, but I mean, it does fly fairly stable for such a large, oddly shaped quadcopter. I mean, it is a tank also. Let's bring it up and get a little bit of video. Flies pretty heavy, so you got to stay on the throttle a little bit. Let's try and move this way and get a little shot of the neighborhood. FPV's cutting in and out a little bit. We do have low battery, so it's somewhat understandable. Bring it back in towards us. Nice shot of my neighbor's house across the street. A little while ago, there was a couple deer eating their bushes. Was hoping they'd still be there, maybe I could go visit them, but they are gone. They got their fill of the bushes and they are gone. Let's bring it in here for a close-up. I mean, how cool is this guy? It just looks kind of cool in the air. It's got kind of the urban camo look to it. You know, like the SWAT camo, I guess you'd call it. And we are in 80%, like I said. I mean, it doesn't fly half bad for, you know, it's got tank treads on it. And it flies real well. The ground mode, you know, as long as you're going forward and you're on a fairly smooth surface, it works pretty well. But I have found that it doesn't turn very well. So there is that. Battery on this one I just charged with my hobby grade charger, so it can't give you an accurate reading on how long it's going to take to charge. It came with a very simple balanced charger, and it did have the Euro plug, so be aware of that. You're going to need an adapter if you're planning on just using the included charger. But I mean, look at this guy. We're in 80% right here, pretty calm day, not a lot of wind, and he's flying around pretty nice, you know? As long as you don't need to turn real fast, you're doing all right with this one. But with those treads and things like that, you could easily get this one stuck in a tree or something like that. So definitely be careful where you're flying this one. But the video's not half bad. The FPV's okay. It does record in the 3-minute clips like the Q323 and the Q303, and I believe the Q333 also recorded in those 3-minute clips as well. So it's going to help you from losing your video file if you get a low voltage cutoff. You do get a decent warning with this one when you're going into low voltage. So let's go to 100% here and see if we can get a funnel going. So 100% right here, and it's not really going to funnel. Very wide looping motion here. But I mean, for what it is, pretty decent little flyer. Let's see what kind of pitch we get on. 100% here, see that pitch? And we are getting low voltage LVC warning, so I am gonna stop my video here. Let's just fly it around a little bit. I mean, look at this pitch. Full throttle, full throttle, full throttle. Oh man, I'm gonna have to, ooh, I wonder if I can put it in ground mode and if it'll come. Nope, not going. So I'm gonna have to walk through the snow and get it. So I'm gonna say that was probably about a 4-minute flight time. Maybe a little short, but it is extremely cold out today. So that's definitely gonna affect the flight performance. Does have the tri-blade props. Comes with quite a few spare parts. Spare arm things here, I think, and full set of spare props and a bunch of other little spare parts that didn't really mess around with too much. So this is a decent little quad. I think it flies pretty nice. It's very novelty. I think mostly collectors are going to be interested in this one, or you know, people who like the tank aspect of it. So as you saw, you got the low voltage cutoff. We are still in ground mode, and again, just hit this button up here. As far as the ground vehicle goes, it does pretty well on smooth surfaces. Seems to have a little bit of trouble turning while it's in motion. Seems to turn a little bit easier when it's still. So that's kind of how I turn it. You know, get it in the approximate area I want to go, and then if I want to turn, I stop, turn it, and then go. It will turn while it's moving, but it seems to kind of stutter a little bit as it's turning. But the nice thing is you can always, if you get stuck, you can always turn it into air mode and fly out of the situation you're in. So it is a very versatile quadcopter slash tank. Very unusual combination, but a lot of fun, and I think you guys might like it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video with the Q919 Air Tank, the land and sky monster from WLToys, and sent to me courtesy of GearBest.com. Thanks again to GearBest for sending me this for review. Definitely something very different than I've flown, and I kind of like it. There's something about it I kind of like. It flies pretty good for such an oddly designed quad that I guess is actually a tank also. So if you're interested, I'll have the link in the description as always, and I think some of you out there might enjoy this. Has the FPV cam, decent video, so not a bad purchase. Link in the description if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If I missed anything with the Air Tank here, hit me up in the comments below, and give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Until then, happy flying, and try not to crash and burn. What's up, guys? Today we're going to check out an interesting quad slash air... Yeah. We're going to do a flight demonstration. I'm going to roll some video of it in its tank mode. So... Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video with the Q919. Happy flying, and try not to crash and burn. Or lose your quad.